Hi everyone, welcome to My Max Academy. In this video, we'll continue with the chapter matrices, which is chapter 3 from your 12th standard CBSE mathematics. So we'll continue with types of matrices. We have different types of matrices. We'll see what are the different types of matrices that we have. The first one is called as column matrix. The first one is column matrix. Column matrix. A matrix is said to be a column matrix. A matrix is said to be a column matrix. Column matrix if it has only one column. It has only one column. Then such a matrix is called as a column matrix. Matrix is said to be a column matrix if it has only one column. So for example, if I have a matrix A, if I write as 1, 2, minus 3. This is a column matrix because what is the number of columns here? It has only one column, but it has rows, 1, 2, 3 rows. 3 rows. What is the order of A? A is 3 cross 1, which means it has 3 rows but only one column. So whenever a matrix has only one column, it can have any number of rows, but the column should be 1. Then it is called as a column matrix. Another example is B. We can have it like this: 5 minus 8. This is again a column matrix because it has only one column. And number of rows is 2. It's a 2 cross 1. Order is 2 cross 1. Here is, so these are the examples of column matrix. If it has more than one column, then that is not called as a column matrix. Right? So suppose if I have a matrix C equal to suppose 3, 5, 8, 9. The order is 2 cross 2. It has 2 columns. 1, 2. So it is not a column matrix. C is not, this is not a column matrix. But these two are column matrix. Fine, C is not a column matrix. Now the second one that we have is row matrix. Second type of matrix that we have is row matrix. That is, a matrix is said to be row matrix if it has only one row. The number of rows is just only one. If it has only one row, then we call that as a row matrix. For example, say A is a matrix. If it is like this: minus 3, 1 and 0. This is called as a row matrix because the number of rows is only 1. But the columns is 1, 2, 3. 3 columns is there, but the row is only 1. So the order is 1 cross 3. It has 1 row and 3 columns: 1, 2, 3. A matrix is said to be a row matrix if it has only one. This is an example of a row matrix. Suppose if I have a matrix B like this: 3, 5, minus 1, 0. It is also a row matrix. It has only one row, but how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So 1 cross 4. 1 row and 4 columns. So it's a row matrix. This is also a row matrix. Suppose if I take another example C, if it is suppose like this: 5, minus 3, 1, 2, 8, 9. Then is it a row matrix? No, because it has 2 rows. 1, 2, 2 rows. And it has 3 columns. 1, 2, 3 columns. The column doesn't matter. The rows are 2. The rows are 2, then it is not a row matrix. No. C is not a row matrix where A and B are row matrices. C is not a row matrix because the number of rows is not 1. Number of rows is 2. Only if the number of rows is 1, then we call that as a row matrix. Suppose if you take another matrix, suppose if you call a matrix D. D is suppose this one: 3. This is a matrix. Now what is the number of rows? Number of rows is only 1 row. Number of columns is also 1. So the order of this is 1 cross 1. Order of this is 1 cross 1. So it is called as a row matrix because it has only one row. It is also called as column matrix because it has only one column. So this matrix is both a row matrix as well as a column matrix. So D, this is row matrix as well as column matrix. So this is an example of a matrix which is both row as well as column. This can be called as both row matrix as well as column matrix because it has only one row and only one column, and order is 1 cross 1. This is an example of a matrix which is both row matrix as well as column matrix. Now next type of matrix is third one, square matrix. Square matrix. What is the definition of a square matrix? A matrix is said to be a square matrix. Matrix is said to be a square matrix if the number of rows of the matrix, number of rows is equal to number of columns. A matrix is said to be a square matrix if the number of rows is equal to the number of columns of the matrix. Whenever we see the number of rows is equal to number of columns, we call that matrix as a square matrix. Right? So for example, let's take A. If I have 2, minus 1, 0, 3. What is the order of this matrix? Number of rows is how many? 2. 1, 2. Number of columns is 1, 2. So number of rows is equal to number of columns. Number of rows is 2, number of columns is also 2. When number of rows is equal to number of columns in the matrix, then it is a square. This is an example of a square matrix. This is an example. Here it is also both row and column matrix, but it is not. Here it is not. That's why I put a cross, which means it is not. It's not a column matrix, it is not a row matrix. That's why I put a cross here. Right? Now here it is a square matrix because I am putting a tick, which means it's a square matrix because number of rows and number of columns are equal. Suppose if I take a matrix, another matrix B, 3, 9, minus 1, 5, 4, 2. What is the order of this? Okay, like one more. 4, 3, minus 1, 0. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3 rows and 3 columns. The order is 3 cross 3. So it has 3 rows and 3 columns. So therefore it is also a square matrix. B is also a square matrix. Right? I'll write a matrix which is not a square matrix now. C equal to minus 5, 3, 1, 2, 8, 7. What is the order of this matrix? It has 2 rows and 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. So 2 cross 3. So number of rows is not equal to number of columns. So this is not a square matrix. No, it is not a square matrix. Where this is a square matrix, this is a square matrix. This is not a square matrix because the number of rows is not equal to number of columns. Where if you see here, this is a square matrix because it has 1 row, 1 column. So this matrix is both column matrix, row matrix and square matrix. This D, which is equal to just 3 in the box. Right? So this is an example of a square matrix, and we say generally for a square matrix we will say A is a square matrix of order 2. We will just say A is a square matrix of order 2. If I say A is a square matrix of order 2 means the order is 2 cross 2. We don't say, sometimes we may say it's a 2 cross 2 matrix. Sometimes we may just say A is a matrix or a square matrix of order 2, which means it is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Here we may say P is a square matrix of order 3. We won't say, sometimes we may not say 3 cross 3. We may not say B is a square matrix of order 3 cross 3, because if we say B is a square matrix of order 3, which means it is 3 cross 3, because for a square matrix the number of rows will be equal to number of columns. So generally the square matrices are, the orders are just said in the form of just only one number. We'll say A is a square matrix of order 2, which means order of A is 2 cross 2. B is a square matrix of order 3, which means B's order is 3 cross 3. Fine. Or sometimes we'll say B is a square matrix of order 3 cross 3 also. Or we may say B is a square matrix of order 3. Both mean the same. Fine. So next type of matrices, which is All of you can take the notes and examples. The fourth one is diagonal matrix. So before we go to the, I'll tell you, fourth one is diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. Now, before we understand what is the diagonal matrix, we'll try to understand what are diagonal elements. So, suppose if you have a matrix, and that matrix should be a square matrix. Suppose if I have a matrix 3, 8, minus 1, 2, 5, 0, 8, 1, 9. Now, these elements are called as diagonal elements. Not this, not 8, 5, minus 1. These are called as 3, 5, 9. These are called as diagonal elements, and diagonal elements are defined only for a square matrix. If it is a non-square matrix, see here I cannot define what is the diagonal element. There is no diagonal here. The diagonal elements are defined only for square matrix. So this is a diagonal element. This is not a diagonal element. 8, 5, minus 1. This is not diagonal. Generally, when we have a parallelogram or rectangular quadrilateral, we have two diagonals, right? We'll cross one here and one here. But only this one, it is called as diagonal elements. But these 8, 5, minus 1, they are not called as diagonal elements. Because for the diagonal elements, will be, see, if you write the general form of a 3 cross 3 matrix, A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Fine. Then wherever the I and J are matching, this is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. These are called as diagonal elements. These are called as diagonal elements. A11, A22, A33. So these are not called as diagonal elements because I and J should be same. Whenever these two numbers are, this is A31, 3 and 1 are not same. Whenever they are same, A11, A22, A33, they are called as diagonal elements. All other elements are called as non-diagonal elements. And diagonal elements we can define only for a square matrix. If it is not a square matrix, then we can't even talk about diagonal elements, or we cannot even talk about diagonals. Fine. So with this understanding, we will start with what is the diagonal matrix? A square matrix. First of all, it should be a square matrix. A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if all its non-diagonal elements are 0. A square matrix. In a square matrix, if all the non-diagonal elements are 0, the diagonal elements can be anything. Then we call that as a diagonal matrix. First of all, it should be a square matrix. A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if all its non-diagonal elements are 0. So what are non-diagonal elements? These are non-diagonal elements. This one, this one. So suppose if I take an example A. So I'll write minus 3, 0, 0, 0, 5, 2, 1, 0, 0, 0, 8. This is an example of a diagonal matrix because it's non-diagonal elements. So this is the diagonal elements. Non-diagonal elements means these 3 and these 3. The non-diagonal element should be 0. Non-diagonal element should be 0. Then we call this as this is an example of a diagonal matrix. Right? We can have also like this. B is suppose 5, 0, 0, 0. This is also a diagonal matrix because the non-diagonal elements, these are the non-diagonal elements. You mark the diagonal elements. These are diagonal elements. Other than this, other thing should be 0. The diagonal element can be anything. It can be 5, it can be 0 also. The diagonal elements can be any number or it can be 0. But the non-diagonal elements must be 0. Non-diagonal elements must be 0. Diagonal elements can be any number. As long as the non-diagonal elements are these two. Here, these 3 and these 3, 6 non-diagonal elements are. This is diagonal elements. So the definition says the non-diagonal element should be 0. It doesn't talk anything about diagonal elements, which means diagonal elements can be anything. So in general, suppose if I have another matrix, so this is a diagonal matrix, this is a diagonal matrix. If I have some C as like this, 5 0 0 0 1 2 0 0 8. Is it a diagonal matrix? It's a square matrix. First of all, it should be a square matrix. Now, is it a diagonal matrix? No, because if I take these are the diagonal elements, what are non-diagonal elements? Non-diagonal element should be 0, but here it is 2. So it is not a diagonal matrix where A and B are diagonal, C is not a diagonal matrix. Because this should be 0 for it to be diagonal. All the non-diagonal elements should be 0. Then you call it as a diagonal matrix. Even if one of the elements is not 0, then it is not a diagonal matrix. The next one, what we have is fifth one is scalar matrix. Okay, before that, let me also say the general form of a diagonal matrix. We can represent the diagonal matrix can be defined like this: A is equal to Aij, A is equal to Aij, and the order is say n cross n. Obviously, it's a solid matter where your Aij will be equal to 0 whenever I is not equal to j. What is the meaning of this? Whenever I is not equal to j, which means I is not equal to j means Aij represents all the non-diagonal elements. All non-diagonal elements should be 0. How am I saying it is non-diagonal element? Because I is not equal to j. Because for diagonal elements I will be equal to j. 1 1 2 2 3 3. Whenever I is equal to j in Aij, so here if you take A1 1, I is 1, j is 1. So that is the diagonal element. If I take A1 2, I is 1, j is 2. So it is not diagonal elements. So that means that should be 0. If you take this is A1 3, A1 3, I is 1, j is 3, I is not equal to 3, and it should be 0. Yes, it is 0. So this says that whenever I is not equal to j, those represents the non-diagonal elements. And whenever I equal to j, it represents diagonal elements. So when I say Aij equal to 0 when I is not equal to j means whenever I is not equal to j, then Aij is a non-diagonal element, and non-diagonal element should be 0. So this is another way to define this same definition. Here we have written it in English. This is mathematically what it means is A equal to Aij where comma Aij equal to 0 for I not equal to j. The next one that we have is scalar matrix. Right? Next one is a scalar matrix. And definition is a scalar matrix should be a diagonal matrix first. Scalar matrix should be a diagonal matrix, and which means the diagonal matrix should be a square matrix. So first of all, it should be a square matrix. So the definition of a scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are same. So if the diagonal elements are same in a diagonal matrix, if the diagonal elements are same, then you call that as a scalar matrix. We call that matrix as a scalar matrix. What it means is, suppose A is a matrix. Suppose I write 3 0 0 0 3 0 0 0 3. First of all, is it a diagonal matrix? First of all, it should be a square matrix. The order is 3 cross 3. 3 rows 3 column. Okay, or I can change this number. Don't get confused with this 3 and this 3. So I'll say 4 4 4. So 4 0 0 0 0 4 0 4 0 0 0 4. Now is it a diagonal matrix? Is it a scalar matrix? First of all, it should be a diagonal matrix. Yes, diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are same. What are the diagonal elements? These are diagonal elements, and all have to be same. It is 4. All these 4 4 4. All the diagonal elements are same. So you call this as a scalar matrix. This is called as a scalar matrix. A scalar matrix means a diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are same. And obviously the non-diagonal element should be 0 because it's a diagonal matrix. The other element should be 0 and the diagonal element should be same. Right? I can have another example. B is like this: 5 minus 5 0 0 minus 5. Now again, if you see the diagonal elements, it's a diagonal matrix because non-diagonal elements are 0 and this is a diagonal element and diagonal elements are same, minus 5 minus 5. So it is an example of a diagonal matrix, sorry, scalar matrix. It's an example of a scalar matrix. Right? Suppose if I say C equal to another matrix, C equal to minus 3 0 5 0 minus 1. This is not a, or I can put -1 and then I can put 0 also. So this is a diagonal matrix. It's a diagonal matrix because the non-diagonal elements are 0. This and this are non-diagonal. These are diagonal elements. It's a diagonal matrix, and obviously it's a square matrix of order 2 cross 2. It's also 2 cross 2. It's a square matrix. It's also a diagonal matrix because the non-diagonal elements are 0, but the diagonal elements are not same. -3 is 0. The diagonal elements are not same. But the diagonal elements are not same, or even I can have it as -2. Doesn't matter. So this is a diagonal matrix, but it's not a scalar matrix because the diagonal elements are not same. -3, this is -2. -3 and -2. So this is not an example of a scalar matrix, but however it is a diagonal matrix. But it is not a scalar matrix because the diagonal elements are not same. Diagonal elements are not same. Right? So in general, how do we define this? Is A equal to, we'll define it as Aij, where my Aij equal to 0 whenever I is not equal to j, and the order should be n cross n. It's a square matrix, and Aij equal to some number k, constant number k, whenever I is equal to j. Whenever my I is equal to j, then it should be k. It should be same. Whenever I is equal to j means it's a diagonal elements. A11, A22, A33. All these should be k. Same number. K is any number, any real number. Right? K can be any real number. So which means all the diagonal elements are equal to k. Non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. I is not equal to j means this represents non-diagonal elements, and I equal to j, this represents diagonal elements. The diagonal element should be same and non-diagonal element should be 0. Then you call that matrix as a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. Now next one is sixth one. Next type of matrix. If you please keep taking the notes. Next what we have is identity matrix. Next what we have is sixth type is identity matrix. It is also called as unit matrix. Unit matrix. So what is an identity matrix or unit matrix? Both, either it is called as identity matrix or unit matrix. So when do we call a matrix as an identity matrix? Is a diagonal matrix. A diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are equal to 1. The diagonal elements are equal to 1. Right? Whose diagonal elements are equal to 1, which means all the diagonal elements should be equal to 1. Or we can say a diagonal matrix with all diagonal elements equal to 1 is called as an identity matrix. For example, I have a matrix A is like this: 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. It is an identity matrix because a diagonal matrix, which means other non-diagonal elements are 0. It's a diagonal matrix. It's a square matrix. Order is 3 cross 3. It's a square matrix and it's a diagonal matrix because the non-diagonal elements are 0 and the diagonal elements are all what? 1. All the diagonal elements are equal to 1. It is also called a scalar matrix because the diagonal elements are same. And also if the diagonal elements is equal to 1, all the diagonal elements are same and it is equal to 1, then you call that as a identity matrix. So this is called as an identity matrix. Generally the identity matrix are denoted by the letter I. I is the letter to denote identity matrix. So suppose if I have another matrix, suppose B. Again 1 0 0 1. This is also an identity matrix of order 2 cross 2 because the diagonal elements are what? These two are diagonal elements. They are 1. They are equal to 1. and it is a diagonal matrix because the other element should be 0. The non-diagonal element should be 0, diagonal element should be equal to 1. Then you call that as an identity matrix or unit matrix. Suppose so this is an identity matrix, this is an identity matrix. Suppose see if I take 1 0 0 minus 1, it is not a identity matrix. No, it is not, because all the diagonal elements should be equal to 1. It's not. Even if I take another example D, that is equal to 2 0 0 2, it is also not a identity matrix because the diagonal element should be equal to, all the diagonal elements should be equal to 1. All the diagonal elements are same, but they are not equal to 1. This is called as a scalar matrix because the diagonal elements are same. But if the diagonal elements are same and if it is equal to 1, then it is called as an identity matrix. But here it is not. So it is not an example of an identity matrix, but whereas it is an scalar matrix or diagonal matrix or square matrix. This one. Fine. Okay. So in general, how do we say this is? If we define this, how do we define this mathematically? Is we will say A is a matrix. It is called as an identity matrix if it is Aij form. Aij of order say n cross n, because it has to be a square matrix, such that your Aij should be equal to 0 whenever your I is not equal to j, and your Aij should be equal to 1. Aij should be equal to 1 whenever your I is equal to j, which means whenever I is equal to j, this is called as a diagonal element. All the diagonal elements should be equal to 1, and non-diagonal elements, I is not equal to j, they have to be 0. Then you call this as a identity matrix. We call that as an identity matrix. So this is the definition. Mathematically we define like this. A scalar matrix is also defined same way, but Aij is 0 when I is not equal to j, and Aij equal to k. The value should be same. It need not be equal to 1. The diagonal element should be equal to the same elements. Then it is called as a scalar matrix. If the diagonal elements are same and it is equal to 1, and non-diagonal elements are 0, then you call that as an identity matrix. Fine. So now we will move on to the next section, which is equality of matrices. So the types of matrices are over. Now we talk about equality of matrices. So the types of matrices is over. All of you can take the notes. Let us this. Next, what we have is equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. Now, equality of matrices, two matrices are said to be equal. We have two matrices. Suppose there are two matrices. Suppose I call this as A equal to Aij, A equal to in bracket Aij, and another matrix, and B equal to Bij. The two matrices. In general, in short, we'll write it like this, right? Are said to be equal. Two matrices A and B are said to be equal. Equal means equal matrices. Said to be equal if the two conditions are satisfied. If their orders are same, the order of A equal to order of B matrix. Second condition is the corresponding elements are also equal. Corresponding elements are equal. Corresponding elements of A. Corresponding elements are equal means corresponding elements of A are equal to the corresponding elements in B. Or we can write as, we can also write as each element of A equal to corresponding elements of B. Each element each element of A is equal to corresponding elements of B. So when these two conditions are satisfied, we call the two matrices as two matrices are equal. Suppose for example, if A is this 2, 5, minus 3, 1, 0, 8. And you have B is also 2, 5, 0, minus 3, 1, 8. Then we call matrix A is equal to matrix B because the order of A is 2 cross 3. B is also 2 cross 3 because it has 2 rows and 3 columns. And each element of A is equal to the corresponding. This is 2, this is also 2. And 5, this is also 5. Corresponding element. 3, if A11 is 2 means A11 is 2 is it. A12 is 5 means A12 is 5. A13 is 0, A13 is 0. Similarly, this is A21. Second row, first column. A21 is minus 3, A21 here is also minus 3. A22 is 1, A22 is 1. A23 is 8, A23 is 8. So the order is same and each element of A is equal to the corresponding element of B. So you call these two matrices as equal matrices. Suppose if A is like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose if your B is like this 1, 3, 2, 4. Then these two are not equal. Their order is 2 cross 2. This is also 2 cross 2 matrix. But see, this is 1, this is 1. This is 2, but this is 3. So they are not equal. So A is, we will say A is not equal to B. So these two matrices are not equal. These two matrices are not equal. Fine. So all of you can take these notes. We will do example 4 now. That is based on equality of matrices. I'm erasing this. So next what we have is example 4 in the textbook. Right? The question is if x plus 3, z plus 4, 2y minus 7, minus 6, a minus 1, 0, b minus 3, minus 21, 0 is equal to 0, 6, 3y minus 2, minus 6, minus 3, 2c plus 2, b minus 3, 2b minus 2b plus 4, minus 21 and 0. Now we have to find the value of A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Find A, B, C, X, Y and Z. We have to find the value of these variables A, B, C, X, Y and Z. Now it is given that these two matrices are equal. They say one matrix is equal to another matrix. They are equal. Obviously the order is also 3 cross 3, 3 cross 3. And also they have said the matrices are equal. It is given that they are equal matrices, which means the corresponding elements are equal. So which means x plus 3 should be equal to 0. So solution is, since matrices are equal, right, the corresponding elements are equal. Corresponding elements are equal. So if we equate them, right, if I put x plus 3 equal to 0, so I get x plus 3 equal to 0. This gives me x equal to minus 3. Then to find z, I'll put z plus 4 is equal to 6. Z plus 4 equal to 6. This is equal to this. This is equal to this. Similarly, this is equal to this. Right? Again, minus 6 equal to minus 6. A minus 1 equal to minus 3. And 2c plus 2 is 0. So this gives you your z as 6 minus 4, which is 2. Then what we have? 2y minus 7. So 2y minus 7 is equal to 3y minus 2. If you solve this, what do we get? If you solve this, 2y, this becomes here, you get minus y equal to 5. So y is equal to minus 5. Y is equal to minus 5. Then, so y also we have got. Then a minus 1 is equal to minus 3. So a minus 1 equal to minus 3, which means a equal to minus 2. So a is minus 2. Then 2c plus 2 equal to 0. Right? So 0 equal to 2c plus 2, which means c is equal to minus 1. If you solve this. Then b minus 3 equal to 2b plus 4. So I'll write here. So b minus 3 equal to 2b plus 4. This b comes here. So minus b equal to 7. So b is equal to 7. B is equal to 7. So what we got, the final answer is, we write here. So a equal to minus 2, b equal to 7, sorry, minus 7. Minus b 7 means b is minus 7. B is minus 7. C equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to minus 5. Z is equal to 2. Fine. So all of you please copy this. Clear? Now we will go to the next problem, fifth one, example 5. Okay. If you can copy this, erasing, going to the fifth one. So example 5. So what is example 5? Example 5 is, so again two matrices are given. Find the value of A, B, C, D. So they have given this. What is given is 2A plus B, A minus 2B, 5C minus D, 4C plus 3D. This matrix is equal to 4 minus 3, 11 and 24. Now we have to find the value of A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. So how do we find that? Now again the matrices are equal, so we can equate them. We get 2A plus B is equal to 4. Again if I equate this to this, I'll get A minus 2B equal to minus 3. And similarly here if I take, I'll get 5C minus D is equal to 11 and 4C plus 3D equal to 24. 4C plus 3D is equal to 24. Now if you solve these equations, right, and you know how to solve these equations because you would have studied in 10th standard, pair of linear equations and two variables. We have many methods to solve, elimination method, substitution method, cross multiplication method and all that. So you can use elimination method and solve these two equations, you will get A and B. Again solve these two equations and find A and B. So finally you will get A as 1. A will be equal to 1, B will be equal to 2, C will be equal to 3 and D will be equal to 4. If you solve them, I hope you know how to solve this. So I will leave it to you to solve these two equations. I mean you will multiply this throughout by 2, then it will become 2A minus 4B minus 6, then change the sign, cancel, elimination method. Right? You can find the values of A, B, C and D. You can solve these two equations. Right? Solving these two will give you A and B. Solving these two will give you C and D. Solving these two will give you A and B. Solving these two will give you C and D. Fine. So I will pause the video here. You can watch my next video for the continuation of this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you.